Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This time, I will tell you the reviews of 10 articles, all of which are related to learning English, especially English as a foreign language or EFL. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, there are 10 articles that I will discuss today, starting from teacher strategies, flipped learning, the writing process, to the use of the digital tools. All of them have different approaches, but they are interconnected. In each article, I will discuss 4 important points. First, the purpose, then the methodology, the findings, and finally the benefits for readers. Next, I will also mention the strengths and weaknesses of each article, and in the end, after reviewing 10 articles, we will look at the connection between the articles. Okay, let's start with the first article with the title Teacher Strategies in Teaching Reading Comprehension at Senior High School, written by Tarnia Junita, Mukhrizal, and Alfreda in 2023. The purpose of this article is to investigate the reading comprehension teaching strategies used by EFL teachers in high school and the most frequently used strategies. The methodology was a survey-based quantitative research among 30 FL teachers in Bengkulu, using a questionnaire based on FACA and FACA's theory from 1999. The findings showed that 5 strategies were used, namely SQ3R, the most frequent, reciprocal teaching, think aloud, QARS, and scaffolding. The benefit of this article is that it gives teachers insight into which strategies are most effective and frequently used in teaching reading comprehension. Its strength is in using valid instruments from tested theories, the FACA and FACAs, and involving enough respondents from representative results, and the weaknesses is that it is limited to one city, which is Bengkulu, less reflective of national and global context. Okay, so next is the second article with the title Shifting Paradigms in Language Education, Assessing the Role of Flipped Learning in High School, EFL or ESL Instruction by Prof. Joel Mukdaza and others in 2024. The purpose of this article is to review the implementation of flipped learning in EFL or ESL teaching in high schools. The methodology used is a systematic review of literature and previous studies. The finding shows that flipped learning improves motivation, learning outcomes, and language competence, but requires access to technology and teacher training. Its benefit is that it provides an in-depth understanding of a new paradigm of teaching that maximizes technology. The strength is in how it focuses on innovative approaches that are contextual and technologically relevant. The weaknesses is that there are no field studies or primary data, and it is only based on literature, which can differ contextually between countries. The third article is titled The Process Writing Approach Integrating Palette and Web 2.0 Tools in the ELT Writing Classroom by Anastasia Bozatsi in 2021. The purpose is to design and evaluate a process-based writing lesson integrated with Padlet and Web 2.0 tools. Its methodology involves a lesson design for B1 students, followed by an evaluation of the technology's effectiveness. The findings show that it promoted creativity, collaboration, and free expression, and also helped reduce students' anxiety. The benefit is that it introduced a writing model relevant to students' digital lives. Its strength is that it's applicative and can be directly applied in the classroom. And for the weaknesses, is that there is no quantitative data or pre-post tests, and it's limited to specific levels and contexts. So the fourth article is titled ESL Writing Instruction in K-12 Setting, Pedagogical Approaches and Classroom Techniques by Subrata Bormik and Marsiakin in 2022. The purpose is to identify pedagogical approaches and classroom techniques commonly used in K-12 ESL writing instruction. For the methodology, the authors conducted a systematic review of 49 studies between 2010 and 2019 using inductive content analysis. The findings highlight three main approaches: teacher-based, student-based, and new theory, along with four techniques: genre-based, technology integration, student adaptation, and bilingual approach. The benefit is that it offers practical and theoretical guidance for teachers in addressing challenges in the ESL classroom. Its strength is that the data coverage is extensive and detailed, and for the weaknesses, it's focused on North American context with a lack of Asian or Eastern representation. The fifth article is titled Enhancing Oral Communication in English as a Second Language by Motikala Subadewan and Bam Dev Sharma in 2025. The purpose is to research innovative methods in teaching oral communication in ESL classroom, especially in the Nepal's context. For the methodology, the study uses literature review and teachers' experience-based practice in the field. The findings show that text-based learning, role-play, and technology are effective for improving students' confidence and speaking fluency. The benefit is that it provides an applicable approach that is easy to implement even in resource-limited settings. Its strength is that it provides concrete recommendations for teacher and curriculum development. And for the weaknesses is the lack of supporting quantitative or statistical data, and it focuses only on one local context, Nepal, which limits global generalizability. The sixth article is titled Global Education Movement, English as a Second Language Teachers' Perspective of Integrating VUCA Elements in Lessons by Nur Shafiq Yaqub and others in 2023. The purpose is to determine teachers' readiness in integrating VUCA elements in the classroom. The method used was a quantitative survey of 30 ESL teachers. The findings revealed that most teachers welcome VUCA, using projects, technology, and authentic materials to apply it, but some still don't fully understand the concept. The benefit is that it helps students deal with the real and complex world and provides direction for teachers' development. Its strength is that it's relevant to 21st century challenges and based on direct teacher's voice. The weaknesses is limited respondent and uneven understanding of VUCA. The seventh article is titled Enhancing EFL Speaking Skills with Clustered Digital Materials by Abdulrahman Abdallah Salih and Lamis Ismail Omar in 2024. The purpose is to explore how digital materials improve EFL students speaking in real-life context. For the methodology, the study used mixed methods with 37 many students, including surveys, interviews, and teachers' notes. The finding shows that posters were most effective and digital tools boost engagement, critical thinking, and communication. The benefit is that it provides a practical and flexible approach to improving speaking. Its strengths included an innovative and diverse pedagogical approach, and the use of quantitative and qualitative data simultaneously. The weaknesses is that not all educational contexts are suitable for this method, especially those with limited access to the technology. The eighth article is titled Enhancing EFL Learners' English Proficiency and Intelligence via the Eclectic Method by Najmus Sarifa in 2020. The purpose is to examine how combining multiple teaching methods affect EFL students' proficiency and linguistic intelligence. For the methodology, the study used pre-post task surveys and observation with Saudi university students as part of an empirical research design. The finding revealed that the eclectic method led to notable gains in all language skill and linguistic intelligence. The benefit is that it provides a flexible approach that can be adapted to the different needs of EFL students. Its strength lies in being strongly data-backed and directly applicable in real classroom contexts. The weaknesses is that it is limited to one institution and lacks detail in the presentation of each method. The ninth article is titled Examining the Effect of a Collaborative Learning Intervention on EFL Students' English Learning and Social Interaction by Ali Al-Zubi in 2024. The purpose is to assess how collaborative learning affects EFL students' language achievement and social interaction. For the methodology, the researchers conducted a mixed method study with 37 students using tests, motivation questionnaires, and interviews. The finding shows that collaborative learning improves students' language skills, confidence, and peer interaction. And for the benefit, the benefit is that it promotes both academic growth and classroom social bonding. Its strength is in the clear intervention design with reliable mixed method analysis. And for the weaknesses, the small sample size and limited discussion and cultural context. The 10th article is titled Using Reading While Listening in EFL Context by Inayati Fitriyah Asrimawati and Margana in 2020. The purpose is to explore how reading while listening, or RWL, can enhance EFL learners' receptive skills. The methodology is a systematic review of international studies on RWL techniques, such as podcasts with text. The findings show that RWL improves comprehension, fluency, and vocabulary acquisition. The benefit is that it offers a low-touch, high-impact method for listening and reading development. Its strength is that it's backed by a wide-ranging literature and consists theoretical support. The weaknesses is that it lacks primary data and ignores cultural variation in application. After reviewing all 10 articles, we can see that each one contributes meaningfully to the enhancement of key skills in EFL. Reading is discussed in Articles 1, 2, 6, and 10. Writing appears in Articles 3, 4, 8, and also 2. Speaking is covered in Articles 2, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Listening is highlighted in Articles 2 and 10. Rather than standing alone, the articles show that effective EFL instruction depends on integrating them holistically. These four skills, reading, writing, speaking, and listening, are clearly not developed in isolation, but instead support one another as part of a holistic learning process. The articles clearly show that effective EFL instruction depends on integrating these skills rather than teaching them separately. So thanks for watching. I'm sorry for all my mistakes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.